Hey guys, welcome back to Cameos Corner. Today I will be talking about my chemical peel experience with the PCA Ultra Peel, as well as highlighting some of my favorite PCA products while demonstrating my nightly skincare routine. So stay tuned to Cameos Quarantine Corner. So starting with my chemical peel, it was pretty good overall. There were some bumps in the road, but we got through them. Mommy always taught us that beauty is pain, which it really is, but I got through it. My skin looked absolutely great following the peel. It still looks good. It's been about 3 weeks total since the date of application to today, and overall my skin looks great. I just have a little guy here and a little friend that wants to come in there. But other than that, my skin looks absolutely amazing. I love my results. My peeling process from the date of application to the time I started peeling, that duration was probably about 36 hours. From the time of application to the time I was absolutely done peeling, meaning no more flaking skin, that was about 13 days. So if you're considering a chemical peel, especially one like the PCA Ultra Peel, being that it's a TCA peel, you kind of want to plan for about a 2-week downtime, with your skin looking really flaky about a week's time. So during my peeling process, I started to peel in this area around my mouth first. It looked really creepy, honestly, because I just had patches of flakes here and there. So it was really nasty looking, and then maybe 2 or 3 days went by, and then I started peeling on my forehead. My forehead was actually the last to peel. It took a minute for my forehead to peel. Probably after I applied the peel to when my forehead started peeling, that took about exactly like 7 days. So it took a good minute for my forehead to peel, but the peeling of my forehead didn't last as long. I will say the day after I did my chemical peel, my face was super tight. Now, one thing I always tell my clients to achieve the best peel, to make sure your skin gets really flaky. A lot of times you all want to flake like a snake. You want your skin to be dry. So I made sure my skin was very dry. I didn't put any moisturizer on it after I washed my face. Most definitely avoided the sun. If I even had to go out and take my dog outside, I would put on some sunscreen, because it's that serious when you're peeling. So you want to make sure you're wearing your sunscreen. Having the driest of skin if you're sitting in the house is the best option, because it's gonna make you peel. If you haven't noticed, when your skin is dry, your skin peels. Meaning when you have a chemical peel, the drier your skin is, the more you will peel. So now let's get into the real juicy part of this video, being my nightly skincare routine. A lot of my clients actually want to know my routine, and I don't think a lot of y'all are up for this challenge. This is like a 10-step skincare routine, and if you aren't willing to do this, your skin is not gonna look like this. So practice makes perfect, and you have to be willing to achieve these kind of looks. That means you have to be willing to apply the right things to your skin. Okay? So our first step, of course, is cleansing. So what I'll be cleansing with tonight is the PCA facial wash. I love this cleanser because it's gentle. It's gentle for all skin types. It's so gentle that while it's cleansing your skin, it's also providing a mild exfoliation while hydrating the skin. This doesn't feel your skin leaving dry or tight. So when you finish washing your face with it, your skin just feels nice and smooth and soothed. So this is a really good facial wash to try. So I go a little overboard with cleanser, so I usually apply like a dime size to my hand, which is all you need. You don't need a lot. And you just want to start by rubbing it in your hands. The best way to do this is on dry skin, because you want to make sure you are putting all the active ingredients straight onto the skin. So you want to make sure you're cleansing your face for about 1 to 2 minutes, and just really working all those active ingredients into your face, while gently massaging, not being too rough on the skin. You see, I'm stimulating some blood flow, which is good. We always want blood flow. You want to add a little water, get it nice and sudsy. And you just want to do circular motions for about a minute. If you need to, add a little bit more water, but you don't want water to be the first thing you put on your face when you are putting the cleanser on, because like I said earlier, you want to make sure you are getting those active ingredients into the skin. Kind of looks like it's drying up, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. Again, sudsy. And it's also very important that when you're cleansing your face, you are also cleansing your eyes, especially for my ladies like me who love lash extensions. If we're wearing makeup, we want to make sure that we are cleansing our eyelashes, because dust mites, dirt mites, bacteria, they like to get all up in our lashes and they like to harvest more, so we end up with no lashes. So clean those lashes, ladies. All right, we have rinsed the cleanser off our face with tepid water, being almost like lukewarm, almost more so on the colder side. We have patted our face dry with a towel, a clean towel, and now we are going to tone our skin. I will be using the PCA Nutrient Toner. It is a pumpkin wine-based toner, really good for nourishing the skin because pumpkin enzymes are absolutely awesome for our skin. They keep our skin glowing, they keep our skin hydrated, and just give you that bright skin that you're looking for. So I'm gonna apply just a couple pumps of the nutrient toner to my little cotton pad and just rub it all around my face. Really want to make sure I get my neck. Getting your neck is also very important, so make sure you are cleaning your neck. So we just did our toner. My skin feels nice and soft. It smells so pumpkin-y. I love the way that toner smells. It smells so good. And now we're moving on to our next step, being our retinol. So I use the Intensive Clarity Retinol by PCA because I have oily skin, and I also sometimes get fine bumps in my forehead. So this just helps minimize those fine bumps. It helps minimize the oiliness in my T-zone. I also put it on any breakouts I get on my cheeks, and they're literally gone like overnight because the stuff is amazing. I am pretty much out, so I am scraping this bottle like crazy to make sure I get everything I want out of it. I like to apply a nice size amount of retinol. I don't think I need a lot because I'm young and I don't really have that much. So this is how much retinol I am using tonight. And I just rub it on my 2 fingers, and then I just kind of press it around my face. Now, if there's anything to pressing retinol into your skin, I don't exactly know. But I've seen some of my colleagues do it, so I just take it and run with it. So I am just continuing to press this into my skin until I cannot feel it anymore. And again, I don't put it around my mouth because it makes me really dry around my mouth, and I don't like to feel dry around my mouth. So I usually only put it around my chin and where it's more toward my oily zone, on my cheeks, and my temples. I actually get breakouts in my temples, believe it or not. I don't know why. I don't have bangs. I guess I kind of wear my hair on the side of my face, but I just break out there sometimes. It's probably my hair product. It's probably my hair product. So again, I'm just finishing pressing in. I have like a little excess. Every little drop counts of retinol, okay? I am not wasting this stuff. I like to apply a little bit around where I could potentially end up with crow's feet, just so I don't end up with crow's feet, you know, preventative work. So I just press a little bit around there. It's not gonna do anything because it's clarity. It's not gonna make it extra dry around my eyes. I'm not gonna end up with some breakout. It's just clarity right now. That means it just has an extra added boost of salicylic, an extra added boost of niacinamide, just to make my skin be perfect, okay? Alrighty, that's good. All right, so we have finished applying our retinol. Now we are going to move on to our ideal eye complex. I have a sample size that I'm still trying to get through because I don't use it all the time. I know I shouldn't tell you that, but I don't use eye serum all the time. But that doesn't mean you don't need it. You always need an eye serum. So next is our ideal eye complex. This is our eye serum. The serum is really good for decreasing any puffiness under the eyes, as well as brightening and evening the skin tone under the eyes, and just fighting off any wrinkles that are there. I don't even know how to tell you how much this is, but it's like a pea size. So pea size is all we need. I always learned that when applying any eye serums, peptides, anything around the eyes, you want to use your ring fingers because your ring fingers apply the lightest of pressure. So I'm just going to start by placing it under my eye, go around the corners, and I just do this pressing motion until it is pressed in into my skin. The reason why we press, we don't want to tug the skin like rubbing it into our eyes, because that's how we tug our eyes. And when you tug our eyes, that's how we get loose skin around our eyes. And loose skin means aging skin, which is what we don't want. So we just want to continue pressing it into our under eyes. I focus a lot on my under eyes because it's kind of purple under my under eyes. Why, I don't know. Maybe I don't get enough sleep. You want to make sure you get enough sleep. And drink a gallon of water because that is very necessary. So we just want to continue again, pressing it under the eyes. And it's pretty dry. It's pretty dry under my eyes. All right, so we have that applied under our eyes. Now, I like to call it cocktailing my serums all in my hand because it just cuts out trying to layer. I will say you do need to layer your retinol in your serums. Always put retinol on first after toning your skin. Retinol is the strongest of our ingredients, and that is the first thing we want to touch our skin. So always put retinol on after toning your skin at night. Retinol only goes on at night. After doing that, I will be applying my PCA hyaluronic acid serum, my PCA vitamin B3 serum, and my PCA rejuvenating serum. So starting with a pump of the HA serum, the hyaluronic acid serum is really good just for boosting the moisture in our skin. It's what gives our skin that plump, juicy look. Our body naturally produces hyaluronic acid, but as we get older, just like with our collagen, it starts to decrease. So this just gives you that added layer of hyaluronic acid that's being produced in your body, that's not being put onto your skin, just so your skin stays plump. So we're gonna do a nice pump of that. Next, we are going to do our vitamin B3. The vitamin B3 is actually really good for brightening the skin and evening the skin tone, reducing any yellowness that we get as we age or any sunspots. So this is one of my favorites for me. I wake up and my skin is super plump and supple in the morning when I use this serum. So I always use this serum every night. Now this serum is really good to use in the daytime as well. If you don't have a vitamin C, you can do the vitamin B3 because the vitamin B3 also fights the free radicals from the sun. So good tip. And then finally, of our serums, we will be adding the rejuvenating serum. This is my youth in a bottle. For me, this one is really good for keeping my skin glowing, which it does to anybody. Helps prevent fine lines and wrinkles and just fights all signs of aging. So everybody needs the rejuvenating serum. The oldest, the youngest, rejuvenating serum is great. Even though I am younger, this is most definitely going to keep me from aging when I'm older, so I want to make sure I use this now. And we're just gonna add a pump of that into our hand. So we are going to, again, cocktail these in our hand like this and just apply it to our skin. Now I have seen people press serums into the skin. You can most definitely do that. Sometimes I jade roll my face. I usually do that when I do facials on myself, but tonight I'm not doing a facial. So I'm just rubbing it into my skin. I sometimes like to mix it all and put it under my eyes. It's not gonna hurt. Skincare, you have to follow it. You want to make sure you're following the directions, the manufacturer directions. However, when you become comfortable with your regimen and you've been on it for a year or however long and you know what works for you, honey, make it work. Make it work. Can't nobody tell you how to put your skincare on. That's something only you know, because it's your preference. Never forget. All right, so we have our serums pressed on. All right, so lastly, we are in our final step, and our final step is going to be the PCA Skin Collagen Hydrator Moisturizer. This is one of my favorites. This one is like, again, another holy grail in a jar. This is my favorite moisturizer because it delivers so much hydration to the skin while also firming the skin at the same time. So your skin feels super hydrated, super plump, super juicy. And for all my shea butter lovers out there, there's some shea butter in here for you. So without further ado, I am just going to stick the tip of my finger into the moisturizer. I don't need a lot because I just layered my skin in all those other serums like the HA serum, and I don't want my skin to be super oily, so I don't put a lot on. I just put on just enough to make my skin feel nice and hydrated. And again, just want to lightly move it around the skin, get your neck, do some effleurage. Again, I'm just like a presser. I like to press my products into my face. I don't feel the need to really drag my skin. We don't want to drag. We don't want to drag. Dragging causes wrinkles. Dragging causes looseness. So no dragging. But here we are, the finished product. This is my skin. I have to fix this little guy, but he's gonna go away. Everything else looks great, guys. So, thank you for coming to Cameos Quarantine Corner. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment with any questions, comments, concerns. I look forward to seeing you all real soon, and I hope you have a safe and happy quarantine. Bye, guys.